Hello there, Charity Shop Addict back with another set of vinyl records. I picked these up in the last 2 to 3 weeks from various charity shops around about. Yeah, mixed bag. Some of them pretty nice. Not all of them were that cheap, as I'll explain. And so I'll start off with a bit of Prague. So my local Oxfam, or one of my local Oxfam shops, had quite a big selection of Prague records when I went in a few weeks ago. So this is one of the ones I picked out. This is the album Nude by Camel. So I think I've seen this on someone else's video. I can't remember who, unfortunately, but yeah, it's Prague, so the Camel Prague band. This is one of their 1980s albums. I think it's just, so it's their first album in the 80s. So I mean, I love the artwork on this one. It's it's a concept album, and the concept is it's about it's based on a set of stories, a set of real life events of some Japanese soldiers that were in the Second World War, and they were kind of left behind for whatever reason. And yeah, they were kind of isolated on the island, and they didn't realise the war had finished. So, and I think in one of the cases they had to get their old kind of superior officer to fly over and tell them that the war had finished, because they refused to believe it. So anyway, yeah, this is I love a good concept album. I love albums with nice artwork. So this is very evocative of a kind of desert island. This is actually in really good condition. But I think the shop obviously knew that, because they had £10 on it. So I thought, a bit more than I would normally pay, but it is quite a nice example. So the only other album I have by these guys is Snow Goose, which is all music inspired by the Snow Goose, I think it is actually, which is all instrumental. This is kind of half instrumental, I think, roughly. Some really nice, some quite beautiful instrumental passages on this one. So I'm definitely enjoying listening to that. What label is it on? I think it was on Decca. So there we go. Yeah, really nice. No obvious scratches or anything. So I'm pleased with that. I mean, £10. It's probably worth that. It's definitely worth that. So I didn't mind paying up that much. So in the same batch, there's a few. Well, they had tons more, but a few more I actually picked up. This Hawkwind Levitation. Again, some more really cool artwork. So I did have a Hawkwind compilation, Masters of the Universe, but I didn't really get on with it that much. I thought it was kind of a bit rambly and didn't really go anywhere, which I think most of their stuff is kind of like that. It's kind of space rock psychedelia. This is a bit more focused, I think. So this was £10 again. I don't think I've seen any Hawkwind in the wild, so I think that's kind of why I got it. This is from where is this from? I can't actually see a year on this. Features, interesting. So features Ginger Baker on the drums, which is kind of cool. If I manage to remember or work out what year that's from, I'll probably post it. There's no inserts or anything, just the record. So there's that as well. Now, the next one, again, a band I don't really see in the wild that much. Graaff Generator. It's another prog band, this time more on the jazzy end of things. So this is world record, and I don't think it's one of their kind of more highly rated records, but I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, to be honest, I haven't listened to it that much. Yeah, at the moment I'm not finding that much time to listen to new records, unfortunately. But so this has got 5 tracks on it. The second side is mostly one really long piece. I think this was actually German pressing. So it's 1978. Yeah, I think it's German. Is there anything of note inside? Don't think so. I think it's just generic inner sleeve. And oh, it's a Charisma. So yeah, I mean that was pretty good. So that was also £10. So that's 3 of £10. Probably paid up. Next one was from the same shop, a little cheaper, but it's cheap because it's damaged a bit. So this is Colosseum, Strange New Flesh. I do quite like the cover on this one. So Colosseum. So there was a band called Colosseum, and this was kind of the reformed version of it. I believe they're kind of like a super group type thing. Yeah, this is more kind of jazzy, jazz fusion prog. Obviously a bit of a punny title there, Dark Side of the Moog. I think the second song is a Joni Mitchell cover, although I've only just noticed that. I haven't checked that song out. So this is 76. Features Gary Moore, who was in Thin Lizzy, was he not? Oh, this has got something. This has got a picture of the band inside and some lyrics. So I think this was six quid maybe. But again, something that I haven't seen this in a while. Yeah, this bronze label there. So this shop, so this was an Oxfam, which kind of explains the prices, I think. It's like, yeah, it's probably the most prog I've seen in one shop at any one time. So they had all the Gabriel era Genesis albums, all the early Yes albums, some solo stuff as well. So they had some Rick Wakeman, some John Anderson, Steve Hackett album, which I was tempted by, but that was £10, and I'm not really sure about that yet. They had some Floyd as well, so they had Dark Side of the Moon for 15 quid, and they had Piper at the Gates of Dawn, which I would be tempted by, but that was 20. So I thought, yeah, I've listened to it and I think it's okay, but I don't think I'd really want to pay 20 quid for it. I mean, it might have been an early pressing or whatever, but I'm not really that bothered about that. So the next ones are all cheap and cheerful. So I think this was an interesting one. So this is a band called Mezzoforte. So given the records it was with and the cover, the artwork, there's some little goblin fella in the corner here. Or devil, I don't know. So I kind of assumed this one might be vaguely proggy, and I looked it up. I did a quick look up in the shop, and it said like Icelandic. So I thought, that's interesting. And jazz. So I thought it might be something like jazz fusion, but actually it's more like smooth jazz. So this is from the mid 80s, so 84. So this band apparently had a minor hit with something called Garden Party in the early 80s. I'd never heard of them. Yeah, but they do look quite Icelandic, I guess. Obviously having quite a fun time there. yeah, so it's not kind of jazz fusion. Not to my understanding. It's more like smooth jazz. In fact, some of the songs sound like they should be the soundtrack to a 1980s game show. Which is maybe a bit harsh, but yeah, this won't be one of my favourite records. But I mean, some Icelandic jazz, couldn't really say no to that. Next one is kind of terrible album cover alert. Angel City, Night Attack. So yeah, I just had to get this for the absurd artwork on the cover. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do here. He's got these kind of funny rays coming out of his eyes. So Angel City, the band is actually called Angels. You can see it on the drum kit there. They're an Australian band, but in Europe they had to be called Angel City because there's already another band called Angels or something. Yeah, so I mean, you can totally tell what this is going to be. It's kind of early 80s rock, pretty much exactly as you'd expect. It's not terrible, it's not particularly great either, it's just, yeah, just kind of alright, I guess. I do have all the lyrics and kind of stadium picture there. It's on Epic. Yes, I mean, I won't be listening to that too much, but I do like albums with really terrible artwork, so I think this is probably the top of the list actually. This is probably the worst album cover I've got so far. So I'll pop you over there. So another, completely different change of pace. Got this Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington for the first time together, apparently, for £2. Yeah, not bad. Originally owned by someone in Grimsby, Lincolnshire, Sue something or other. Yeah, so it's got only a couple of tracks are the wrong way around here. They tried to put there, but yeah, I don't mind this. I try and get a little bit of jazz for the stereo, so it's the record player in the dining room that we can listen to while we're cooking our tea and stuff, and when if we have people around. Yeah, it's not worth a huge amount, but this one, I think. I'll get a bloody record out there. Yeah, it seems to be in pretty good shape. Can't really complain about that too much. Our final album in this bunch, Phil Spector with his Wall of Sound. I did not get the Christmas album free, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, it's a Phil Spector greatest hits with his amazing Wall of Sound. So let's not. I still got a sticker on, £2. So yeah, let's not kind of talk too much about the man himself. Yeah, let's not go there. But yeah, some good stuff on here. Well worth £2, I think. So a few singles. I'm kind of getting a bit long this video, so I'll try and keep it short. Got Strange Kind of Woman, Deep Purple. So these are all £1. Blondie, Fade Away. Oh, that's the B-side. Picture This. Yeah, from Parallel Lines. I think this is originally a jukebox record, and this kind of middle piece has been added afterwards. Leave that one for now. Beach Boys, Heroes and Villains. and you're welcome. So Heroes and Villains was on, I know it from the Smile album. I've not heard it as a single. Yeah, pretty pleased with this one. So it's David Bowie and Bing Crosby, and it's Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy. It's a shame it doesn't have the cover, the proper picture to go with it. And the B-side is a Bowie song, Fantastic Voyage. Yeah, so I'll probably get this out around Christmas time. Next couple, probably what you would call kind of guilty pleasures, although I don't particularly believe in that kind of term. I think if you like a song, you like it. Although sometimes you can't explain why. It doesn't really fit in with the rest of your collection, but I've got Something's Gotten Hold of My Heart, Mark Almond, featuring special guest star Gene Pitney. Although it was his, I mean, he recorded it originally, so yeah, it should be really Mark Almond that's a special guest star, but never mind. Yeah, I really like that song from the 80s. Good to have it. I don't think I'd ever get it on any other format. And finally, this is a really silly one, although it's Captain Sensible, and it's Happy Talk. Again, I really like this. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, it's the, was it South Pacific song there, and it's his version of it, and yeah, just some good old 80s pop, really, can't go wrong. So there you go. So that's the stuff I've picked up in the last 2 to 3 weeks. I'm still on the lookout. This Oxfam, where I got most of the prog from, I think I'll keep going back there in case they bring out any more stuff. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone that's watched the videos so far and commented on them. That's really appreciated. So I'm just starting out on this and building it up, hopefully, and hope everyone's doing well at the moment. Obviously there's a lot going on in the world, but yeah, hopefully we can kind of stay sane and keep listening to records. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.